Have you ever wondered how the British Empire, a small island nation, managed to colonize vast lands across the globe? This intriguing question takes us back to the early 17th century, to the dawn of British colonization. A time when the British Empire, fueled by a heady mix of ambition and aspiration for wealth and influence, began to plant its roots in far-flung territories. In these new lands, a unique system of governance emerged. A governor, handpicked by London, held the reins of the executive branch. Yet, there was a local flavor to this foreign rule. A locally elected parliament was entrusted with the power to vote on taxes and enact laws. This intriguing blend of overarching British control and local participation formed the backbone of these nascent colonies. The dawn of British colonization saw a unique blend of governance that combined local participation with overarching British control. Imagine a land where wealth and prosperity outshine even the mother country. That was the reality of the American colonies in the 18th century. This new world was a beacon of opportunity, with its vast land, abundant food, and surprisingly low death rates. These factors contributed to an unprecedented growth that made the colonies richer than most parts of England, drawing in a steady stream of hopeful immigrants. Among them were scores of teenagers, often indentured laborers, seeking a better life. The colony's prosperity was further fueled by the establishment of tobacco and rice plantations. These plantations, however, had a dark side. They relied heavily on black slaves, imported from other British colonies in the West Indies. The slave population grew so rapidly that by the 1770s, they made up 1/5 of the American population. But with prosperity came a growing sense of independence. By the 1770s, the colonies had grown so prosperous that they made up 1/5 of the American population. What happens when the colonies no longer need the protection of the mother country? The stirrings of independence begin. Post-1765, the American colonies no longer needed British troops to fend off the French and Spanish. This shift in power dynamics ignited a flame of discontent among the colonists. Now let's consider this. London maintained a policy of mercantilism, seeing the American colonies as a resource to exploit for the benefit of the mother country. This policy did not sit well with the colonists who had grown prosperous and self-reliant. Their wealth, coupled with the absence of foreign threats, made them question the need for British rule. They began to see the heavy taxes and laws imposed by a distant ruler as unnecessary burdens, rather than protective measures. The seeds of dissent were sown, and the idea of independence began to take root. As the threats from France and Spain receded, the American colonists began to question the need for British rule, sowing the seeds of the American Revolution.